Yet let's begin by understanding a fundamental truth. Your imagination is the very essence of reality. What you hold in your mind, what you feel to be true in the depths of your being, is what manifests in your world. This is the law, immutable, internal. Therefore, when we speak of getting over it, we are truly speaking of transcending the limitations of your current state of consciousness. You see, many of you carry burdens from your past, wounds that seem to fester, circumstances that appear immovable. You replay old stories in your mind, reinforcing the very conditions you wish to escape. But I say to you, with absolute certainty, that this need not be your reality any longer. The time has come to rise above these illusions, to step into the truth of your divine nature. Consider for a moment the nature of time. We often perceive it as linear, a straight line stretching from past to future. But I tell you, time is but a construct of the human mind. In the realm of spirit, all exists in the eternal now. Your past, your future, and your present one. This means that at this very moment, you have the power to rewrite your entire story. How? You may ask, can one accomplish such a feat? The answer lies in the creative power of your imagination. Your imagination is not some fanciful tool for idle daydreaming. It is the very workshop in which your reality is forged. When you imagine, you are engaging in the most sacred act of creation. You are, in essence, communing with the divine within you. So, when I say it's time to get over it, I'm inviting you to use your imagination to transcend whatever it may be in your life. Are you haunted by past failures? Imagine yourself successful beyond measure. Are you burdened by ill health? See yourself vibrant and full of vitality. Are you mired in lack? Envision abundance flowing to you from every direction. But mere visualization is not enough. You must feel the reality of your imagined state. You must experience it with every fiber of your being. For it is your feeling that gives life to your imaginings. Feel the joy of your success, the vitality of perfect health, the security of abundance. Feel it so deeply that your entire being resonates with the truth of it. Now, some of you may protest. You may say, but Neville, my current reality contradicts what I'm imagining. How can I feel something to be true when my senses tell me otherwise? To this, my senses show you the world that was created by your past thoughts and feelings. They reflect what has been, not what can be. Your imagination, on the other hand, shows you the world that can be, the world that is waiting to be born through your consciousness. Remember, the world you see is nothing more than a shadow, a reflection of your state of consciousness. Change your consciousness, and you change your world. This is the essence of what it means to get over it. You are not overcoming external circumstances. You are transcending limiting states of mind. Let me share with you a technique that I have found to be profoundly effective in this process of transcendence. I call it revision. At the end of each day, before you sleep, revisit the events of your day in your imagination. But do not simply replay them as they occurred. Instead, revise them. See them unfolding in a way that pleases you, in a way that aligns with your desires. Did you have a disagreement with a loved one? In your imagination, revise the scene. See the conversation unfolding harmoniously. Feel the love and understanding between you. Did you face a setback in your work? Reimagine the scenario, seeing yourself overcoming the challenge with ease and grace. Feel the satisfaction of your accomplishment. This practice of revision is not about denying what happened in your physical experience. Rather, it is about exercising your divine right as a creative being to choose the version of reality you wish to inhabit. Remember, in the spiritual realm, there are infinite versions of every moment, every experience. By revising your day, you are selecting the version that serves your highest good. As you consistently practice revision, you will find that your days begin to unfold more in alignment with your desires. This is because you're literally rewriting your subconscious patterns, reprogramming your mind to create the experiences you prefer. You are, in essence, getting over your old story and writing a new one. Now let us delve deeper into the nature of consciousness. For it is through understanding consciousness that we can truly grasp the power we hold to transform our lives. Your consciousness is not confined to your physical body. It extends far beyond the boundaries of your flesh, encompassing all that you perceive and experience. In truth, there is only one consciousness, individualized in countless forms. This means that the consciousness within you is the same consciousness that permeates all of creation. When you realize this, truly realize it, you understand that there is nothing outside of you. All that you see, all that you experience, is a manifestation of your own consciousness. This understanding is crucial in the process of getting over it. For if all is consciousness and you are that consciousness, then you have the power to reshape your entire world simply by reshaping your thoughts and feelings. The circumstances you wish to overcome are not external to you. They are projections of your own mind. Consider the world around you as a vast mirror, reflecting back to you the contents of your consciousness. If you don't like what you see in this mirror, the solution is not to try to change the reflection. The solution is to change what is being reflected. Change your thoughts. Change your feelings. And the reflection must change accordingly. This is law. So, when faced with a circumstance you wish to overcome, do not fight against it. Do not resist it. For what you resist persists. Instead, simply shift your attention to what you desire to experience. Feel the reality of desire so completely that you no longer even acknowledge the unwanted circumstance. This is what it means to get over it in the truest sense. Let me give you an example to illustrate this principle. Suppose you're experiencing financial lack. The natural human tendency is to focus on this lack, to worry about bills, to fret over dwindling resources. But this focus only perpetuates the experience of lack. To get over it, you must shift your focus entirely. Instead of thinking about lack, immerse yourself in the feeling of abundance. See yourself living in the house of your dreams. Feel the satisfaction of easily paying your bills. Experience the joy of generosity as you share your wealth with others. Make this imaginal experience so vivid, so real, that it becomes more substantial to you than your physical surroundings. As you maintain the state of consciousness, as you live from this new assumption, you will find your outer world beginning to rearrange itself to match your inner experience. Opportunities will appear. Resources will manifest. Circumstances will align to bring about the conditions that match your new state of consciousness. This is not magic or wishful thinking. This is the operation of cosmic law. For the outer world is nothing more than an outpicturing of your inner world. As within, so without. As above. These ancient maxims point to this fundamental truth. Your consciousness is the sole creator of your reality. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, I've tried positive thinking before. I've tried affirmations and visualizations. They didn't work for me. To this I say, it is not the technique that creates the change, but the feeling behind it. Mere repetition of words or mental pictures is not enough. You must feel the reality of what you are. This feeling is what I call the mood. It is a distinct emotional state that corresponds to the fulfillment of your desire. When you capture this mood, when you occupy this state of consciousness, you are literally embodying the version of yourself that has already achieved your desire. For instance, if your desire is for a loving relationship, capture the mood of being deeply loved and cherished. Feel the warmth of affection, the security of commitment, the joy of shared experiences. Live from this state and watch as your outer world reshapes itself to match this inner reality. Remember, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your subconscious accepts this as reality and goes to work to bring about the conditions that match this feeling. This is why it's so crucial to get over your current circumstances, no matter how compelling they may seem. Your circumstances are nothing more than shadows of past thoughts and feelings. They have no power to determine your future unless you give them that power by continuing to dwell on them. Instead, dwell in the end. By this, I mean live from the state of consciousness where your desire is already fulfilled. Feel the relief, the joy, the satisfaction of having what you want. Make this feeling your home, your natural state of being. As you do this, you will find that your outer world has no choice but to conform to this new inner reality. Now let us address a common obstacle that many face when attempting to apply these principles. Often when we decide to get over it and embrace a new state of consciousness, our old habits of thought and feeling resist. This resistance can manifest as doubt, fear, or a stubborn attachment to our current circumstances. This resistance is nothing to fear or fight against. It is simply the momentum of your old patterns of consciousness, like a flywheel that continues to spin. Even after the power is cut, your old thoughts and feelings may persist for a time. The key is to not give them your attention or energy. Instead, whenever you notice these old patterns arising, gently but firmly redirect your attention to your desired state. Feel again the reality of your wish fulfilled. Immerse yourself in the mood of having what you want. Do this consistently, and you will find that the old patterns gradually lose their power, replaced by your new empowering state of consciousness. Remember, my dear friends, that you are not your thoughts or your feelings. You are the awareness behind them. You are the chooser, the decider. At any moment, you have the power to choose a new thought, a new feeling, a new state of being. This is your divine birthright as a creative being. Let me share with you a powerful technique to aid in this process of transcending old patterns. I call it the ladder technique. Here's how it works. Before you go to sleep at night, imagine yourself climbing a ladder. Feel the rungs beneath your hands and feet. Experience the sensation of ascending. Do this for a few moments, then let the image fade and go to sleep. In the morning, upon awakening, your first act should be to imagine yourself coming down the ladder. Feel your feet touching the floor as you step off the last rung. Then go about your day as usual. Do this for 3 nights in a row. On the 4th day, you may find that you encounter a ladder in your physical experience, or perhaps you'll have a dream about a ladder. This is a sign that your subconscious mind has accepted the imaginal act as reality. The purpose of this exercise is to demonstrate to yourself the power of your imagination to influence your physical experience. Once you have proven this to yourself with something as neutral as a ladder, you can apply the same principle to any desire you wish to manifest. This brings us to another crucial aspect of getting over it: the importance of persistence. Often, when we decide to change our consciousness, we expect immediate results in our outer world. When these results don't materialize instantly, we may become discouraged and revert to our old patterns of thought and feeling. But remember, my beloved, that there's often a time lag between the change in consciousness and its manifestation in the physical world. This lag is not a sign of failure. It is simply the time required for the seeds of your new consciousness to germinate and bear fruit in your physical reality. During this period, it is crucial to maintain your new state of consciousness. Continue to live from the end, feeling the reality of your desire fulfilled. Do not waver in your assumption, no matter what your senses may tell you, for your senses can only show you what has been created by your past thoughts and feelings. They cannot show you what is being created by your new state of consciousness. Think of it like this. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust in the process of nature. You continue to water and nurture the soil, knowing that in due time, the plant will emerge. The same principle applies to the seeds you plant in your consciousness. Continue to nurture them with your faith and feeling, and they will inevitably manifest in your experience. Now, let's address another common question that arises when discussing these principles. Many ask, but Neville, what about other people? How can my consciousness affect their behavior or circumstances? This question stems from the illusion of separation, the belief that others are separate from you. But I tell you, there's no one else. There is only one consciousness, individualized in countless forms. The people in your world are simply playing the parts that your consciousness has assigned to them. As you change your consciousness, you will find that they naturally begin to play new parts that align with your new assumptions. This doesn't mean you control others or violate their free will. Rather, it means that as you change your concept of yourself and others, you begin to encounter versions of these individuals that match your new assumptions. In essence, you are moving into a parallel reality where these individuals behave in accordance with your new state of consciousness. For instance, if you have been experiencing conflict with someone, don't try to change them. Instead, change your concept of them. See them as friendly, understanding, cooperative. Feel the reality of harmonious interactions with them. As you maintain this new assumption, you will find that your encounters with this person begin to reflect your new expectations. This principle applies to all aspects of your life. Are you seeking a promotion at work? Don't focus on trying to impress your boss or outperform your colleagues. Instead, assume the consciousness of already being in your desired position. Feel the satisfaction of performing your new duties. Experience the pride of your increased responsibility and compensation. Live from this state and watch as your outer world rearranges itself to match your inner experience. The key in all of this is to understand that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. It is a three-dimensional projection of your state of consciousness. Therefore, to change your world, you must change your consciousness. This is what it truly means to get over it. Getting over it is not about forcing change in the outer world. It's not about struggling against circumstances or trying to manipulate events. It's about transcending the state of consciousness that created the unwanted conditions in the first place. It's about assuming a new state of consciousness that naturally gives rise to the conditions you desire. Let me share with you another powerful technique to aid in this process. I call it living in the end. Here's how it works. Throughout your day, pause periodically and ask yourself, how would I feel if my desire were already fulfilled? Then, allow yourself to experience that feeling fully. For example, if your desire is for perfect health, ask yourself, how would I feel if I were in perfect health right now? Then, experience the vitality, the energy, the freedom of movement that perfect health would bring. Feel the relief of being free from any symptoms or limitations. Allow this feeling to permeate your entire being. Do this consistently throughout your day. Whenever you think of it, make it a habit to live from the end, to occupy the state of consciousness of your wish fulfilled. As you do this, you are literally reprogramming your subconscious mind, aligning it with the reality you wish to experience. Remember, your subconscious mind is the builder of your body and the shaper of your circumstances. It operates based on the beliefs and assumptions you hold. By consistently living from the end, you are implanting new beliefs and assumptions into your subconscious. These new programs then begin to manifest in your physical reality. Now, some of you may be wondering about the role of action in this process. You may be thinking, don't I need to do something to bring about the changes I desire? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, action is often part of the manifestation process. But no, it's not the kind of action you might be thinking of. You see, when you truly assume the state of consciousness of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself naturally inspired to take the right actions. These actions will not feel like struggle or effort. They will feel natural, even inevitable. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, saying the right things, making the right choices. This is because your actions are always in alignment with your state of consciousness. When you change your consciousness, your actions change automatically. You don't need to force yourself to take action. You simply need to occupy the right state of consciousness, and the appropriate actions will flow naturally from that state. For instance, if you are living in the consciousness of being wealthy, you may find yourself naturally drawn to investment opportunities that you previously overlooked. If you are living in the consciousness of being in a loving relationship, you may find yourself naturally behaving in ways that attract and nurture love. The key is to focus on being rather than doing. Be the person who already has what you desire. Occupy that state of consciousness fully. The doing will then naturally align with your new state of being. This brings us to another important aspect of getting over it. The need to let go of the how. Many people get stuck in trying to figure out how their desire will manifest. They try to plan and control every step of the process. But this often leads to frustration and failure.
Incorporate rhythmic bass lines and gentle drumming to establish a groove, while adding horns and strings to enhance the depths and richness of the sound. Focus on crafting a relatable and uplifting message that resonates with listeners, inviting them into an intimate and warm musical experience. Incorporate with a relaxed yet engaging rhythm. Take me there, take me where it all begins. Met you by the riverside, the city lights dim. You had that look, like you knew where I'd been. You asked me who's in your heart tonight, but I smiled back, staying out of sight. You're my anchor, my flame, lighting up shadows, calling my name. But every glance has its cost. In this game, someone's bound to get lost. I'm treading water in my own eyes. Told you I'd be better, but I still hide a tangled heart, a twisted mind. I'm here for now, but gone in time. In a crowded room, he's pulling me close, but your memory lingers like a ghost. Whiskey glasses and smoky air. I try to forget, but you're everywhere. You'd ask me to stay,